For Lee Shepard, a fine run, 8.49 seconds, 159 miles an hour. On the starting line, another Ford versus Chevrolet battle. Frank Iaconio against this man, 52-year-old Dino Don Nicholson, winning his first ever championship in '61. Steve Evans is with Lee Shepard.
I want just a couple of seconds of your time. Did you see what happened up there?
Yeah, he red lighted.
You sure did.
I think he did the same thing I did at the last race. Rolled through the lights. I saw him rolling over there.
You mean the brake's not quite holding?
Right. Looked like that's what he did. It's pretty easy to do. A lot of drivers do that.
Back on the starting line, Dino Don Nicholson in the near lane, Frank Iaconio in the far lane, both concentrating on the starting line. And Nicholson beginning to drift out towards the guardrail. He's getting out of the track while Frank Iaconio goes straight and true, and Nicholson's got troubles. Boy, he gets close to the guardrail, and Nicholson pulling it back in as the Ford Mustang slowing down, and something going wrong for Dino Don Nicholson. For Frank Iaconio, it was an easy victory, but a hair-raising ride for Dino Don. You can see as we look again how close he came to the guardrail, pulling it out, the cloud of dust behind him as he got over into the loose stuff near the guardrail. Dino Don Nicholson bringing the car to a safe stop. He's sitting in there wondering what on earth could have gone wrong. Steve's now got Frank Iaconio.
Where'd he go? Did you hear? You seem a good deal calmer than your opponent who we just talked to in the final round, Shepard.
I might look like that on the outside, but it's not on the inside.
Okay, I want to let's go back to the pits, and we look forward to a great race between two Chevrolets, one from New Jersey and one from Texas.
Word has it from the NHRA Safety Safari, it was a broken suspension component that caused Nicholson's problem. Back on the starting line, semifinal racing in funny car, and there's only one car running. Back in the background, the bright yellow body held in the air by the crewman. That's Don the Snake Prudhomme, and he's supposed to be doing these burnouts too. But something's gone wrong. He can't get the car to start. Kenny Bernstein finalizing all of his pre-starting procedures while Don Prudhomme sits and watches it happen. They have not yet been able to fire Prudhomme's car. A lot of problems for the Snake, and this very rarely happens. There comes the word from the starting line official. It will be a single, and Kenny Bernstein will be attempting to set low elapsed time, trying to get lane choice for the finals. And he's got a great run going, just screaming down the asphalt. Bernstein 6.07 seconds at over 242 miles an hour. Don Prudhomme, he is not a happy man at this moment as they start taking the car back into the pits. But for Kenny Bernstein, after 242 miles an hour, he stopped quick.
Kenny, I don't believe I've ever seen a funny car run as quick as 6:07 as you did and stop so fast. What happened?
Well, she hurt her pretty bad, and it filled the inside of the compartment, the driving compartment, with oil. It came all over the windshield and everything, and when you do those type of things, you know it's hurt, Steve, and you just don't want to go too further in case there's a fire or something, so I got right after it. Of course, I use 2 parachutes. That helps a lot. Most people use 1, but when she's hurt like that and it comes up inside, she's hurt. You don't want any fires, so stop her. It's time to park it.
The next pair will match Cheryl Greer driving Larry Kugel's Sting against Johnny Loper's car driven by Trip Shoemake. And this Shoemake operation, a whole family affair. Wife Susie out directing traffic. And of course, the apple of their eye is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed beauty named Heather.
Who do you think's going to win this track race?
Daddy.
Daddy is? Does Daddy let you do anything on the car? Do you get to help? What do you do?
I help him back the parachute.
Help pack the parachute. That's an important job. Well, I think Heather's motto is best put right here, Dave. It says, I love racing. You do, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, good luck to you and your daddy.
If I'm bad, he spanks me.
Is she something?
Something she is, Steve. That's Heather Shoemake, the daughter of Trip and Susie Shoemake. Trip encased in the roll cage of Johnny Loper's car. Here in the near lane, it's Cheryl Greer driving for Larry Kugel in the far lane. The winner of this goes into the finals against Kenny Bernstein. Up in smoke goes Cheryl Greer, and down that racetrack is Trip Shoemake. That's the brand new engine. Remember, we watched him put it in 6.20 seconds. Running over the grease sweep left after the exploding engine of Kenny Bernstein on the previous run. It'll mean Bernstein will have the lane choice over Trip Shoemake in the finals, but this is a drag race that nobody can be counted out until the racing's over. Semifinal top fuel eliminator, Jody Smart and J.E. Christick in the near lane. The U.S. Nationals champion, Terry Kapp in the far lane. And something going wrong for Jody Smart. A bit of smoke off the tires for Terry Kapp, and he wins it. 6.01 seconds, 234 miles an hour. Something breaking for Jody Smart right off the starting line. A tough break for a great racer.
Well, with your kind of performance, you certainly don't need luck, but you've had it here today so far.
That's it. Some days you got it, some days you haven't. We sometimes really need the luck, and we can't even find it, and today we're running fairly well, and we're happy, and we're getting the breaks.
Okay, analyze the racetrack for me. It looked like maybe you smoked the tires.
Yeah, I almost did last time, and we laid a couple of black stripes down the track about 600 feet, and we were kind of concerned about it this time, so we took some power out of it and put a pile of wing on. As you can see, the wing is almost like a barn door. I don't think that was quite good enough.
Certainly not. Is the track going away maybe a little bit in the heat?
It's balling up a little bit, yeah. Mind you, we ran at the same times yesterday, so we're okay. We got one left. We're ready.
All righty. Let's go back to Dave McClellan on the starting line and see who faces Terry Kapp in the final round.
Well, Steve, it will be the winner of this next race, Shirley Muldowney or Jeb Allen. Shirley is riding a hot streak. She won the Gator Nationals just about a month ago down in Gainesville, Florida, and it was on the same track that this man established the lowest elapsed time in the history of the sport, 5.62 seconds ET for Jeb Allen. Everybody on their feet here at Atlanta Raceway, watching intently on the starting line as headed down track. Both Shirley and Jeb concentrating on the tree, and Shirley is beginning to pull a bit of a lead. She continues to pull away at the finish line and wins it with a 5.97 second elapsed time. Her speed, 236 miles an hour. As we watch again, it is Shirley against Jeb. A bit of smoke off of Jeb's tires at that point, and that's just about the moment that Shirley moved into the lead. She continued to hold on, in fact, extended it just a little bit. But this is what they call close drag racing. 5.97 seconds, 6 seconds flat for Jeb Allen at over 241 miles an hour.
One of the real close races of the day in Top Fuel Eliminator, Dave, and Jeb Allen comes over to Shirley and says, been a long time since we've raced. Been a long time since Shirley's beat him. Jeb says his car shook real hard. Shirley Muldowney came up here and said, Steve, I didn't red light, did I? No, she didn't. A good driving job by one of the best in the business. A close race, 300ths difference.
I think it was a little bit late on the light, but I was worried about the horsepower that Jeb makes. He makes a lot of horsepower.
You have lane choice. That may be important. It appears that right lane may be a little edgy.
What did I run?
597.
Did I really? Okay, I think we can better that, hopefully. I don't know, Steve. I think Ron will, I think you'll stay with the same lane.
Okay.
I think the racetrack's great.
All right, we'll see you in the final against Terry Kapp, Shirley.
Nobody's leaving Atlanta Raceway as we get set for the final races at the Southern Nationals. The Kenny Bernstein pit area, a beehive of activity as they're installing a brand new engine. Kenny blew the other one to smithereens, put a hole in each side of the block, so it's a new bullet being installed for the final race against Trip Shoemake. On the starting line, it is Pro Stock Eliminator, a pair of Chevrolets. Lee Shepard, the number one qualifier, driving the Rare and Morrison car against Frank Iaconio. From the starting line, side by side, down the quarter-mile Atlanta Raceway surface, Shepard beginning to pull away, and about a car length difference at the finish line. 8.48 seconds for Lee Shepard. We watch again, you see one car length. That's all that separates them. Let's go to Steve.
Well, with the kind of performances we've seen today from Lee Shepard, the number 2 in his window might go down one digit to number 1 before this season's over.
Well, I sure hope so, Steve. We're sure trying for it this year.
What happened on the starting line?
Well, we both got a good lead, and it was pretty neck and neck all the way till high gear, and we just pulled him a little bit in high gear.
Funny car finals. Kenny Bernstein, he's been here before and won at the 79 Cajun Nationals Championship. His competition, Trip Shoemake, has not won a national event title. He's knocked on the door several times. The 32-year-old Phoenix, Arizona driver wants this one badly. They've done an awful lot of work, that Johnny Loper crew, but of course, so is Bernstein. It takes a lot of work to win in championship drag racing, regardless of the category. All the work comes down to these final few seconds, though, when these cars leave the starting line and head for the finish line. Boy, they couldn't be closer off the starting line. In the middle of the course, it's anybody's race. And it's Trip Shoemake winning his first ever national championship. Susie Shoemake just overjoyed. That's her jumping around with the crew. And as we watch again, you see how it happened. Trip Shoemake and Kenny Bernstein, you can't tell them apart at this moment. And for Trip Shoemake, just the final few feet is what counts. He begins to burn some pistons. It doesn't matter. And Heather's daddy wins the big one.
I've seen you more excited after a first round win. I don't think you've totally accepted this yet.
I'm burnt out, man. We changed motors and everything. Got to run Bernstein. He's a bad Jose, boy. I tell you. I'm just glad to be here.
Well, you ran good too, like 6:07?
Is that what I ran?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They couldn't hand me the time card. I went by the lights too quick.
Well, it was 1/100th of a second between you, so you must have left good.
Is that right? Yeah. That's good.
And here is daughter Heather and his beautiful wife Susie. Hi, Heather. She said earlier today, she says, my daddy kisses me a lot.
Where's that old man Loper? He's a tough one.
Johnny Loper, the car owner from Phoenix, Arizona, who has backed this young man for so many years. And as I said before, they always had the parts and the ability and the desire, but it just never came their way. Congratulations to all of you. Wonderful moment down here as Trip Shoemake wins his first ever national event, the Southern Nationals.
Steve, our congratulations to the whole Shoemake family and to Johnny Loper, as here it is, Top Fuel Finals. The world champion, Shirley Muldowney, against the national champion, the wheeler-dealer, Terry Kapp, from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Atlanta, Georgia, their meeting ground. And in just a few seconds, we'll know who will be the first ever NHRA Southern Nationals Top Fuel champion. Shirley taking the left-hand lane, the lane nearest the camera. She feels it maybe just a little bit better. She had the choice. Boy, Terry Kapp was a whole lot late. And it is so close at the finish. The crew knows it by the wind lights. Shirley Muldowney wins it 5.95 seconds. Her speed over 234 miles an hour. But for Terry Kapp, it was a very expensive driving lesson, as he recorded an elapsed time that was quicker. Each lane a separate racetrack as far as the timing devices go, and you'll see Shirley Muldowney winning it by 0.04 of a second. Really something, Steve.
I know, the lady did it again. The most incredible reflexes in the sport of Top Fuel drag racing. But what's so astounding, and I have to repeat it again, she has now won 4 out of the last 5 NHRA National Championship events. The only one she missed, the opening race this year, the Winter Nationals. David, a lot of excitement down here, but it's winding down. Shirley Muldowney now concludes this first inaugural NHRA Southern Nationals with a beautiful hole-shot victory over the national champion, Terry Kapp.
We've seen some of the closest side-by-side racing ever in this inaugural NHRA Southern Nationals from Atlanta Raceway. We'd like to offer a special congratulations to Trip Shoemake and his entire family on their first big win. For Steve Evans, I'm Dave McClellan saying so long from Atlanta. The 1981 Southern Nationals has been brought to you by Suzuki, the Performer. See the full line of Suzuki motorcycles at your local Suzuki dealer. And by Fram, makers of oil, air, and fuel filters, windshield wipers, and Autolite spark plugs. And by Goodyear Arriva, a steel-belted radial so new even its footprint tells you it's different. Promotional consideration provided for and a fee paid by Datsun. Own the new Datsun Turbo 280ZX and you own the road. Goes from 0 to 50 in 5.1 seconds. Now that's awesome and then some. And by Brute. Today's your Brute day. Great days seem to happen more often when you're wearing Brute by Fabergé. After shave, after shower, after anything, Brute by Fabergé. Additional consideration provided for and a fee paid by...
I'm very handy thanks to 3-in-1 oil. It fights rust, lubricates, stops squeaks. 3-in-1 oil is so easy, even you guys can use it. I do home repairs with plastic wood. I fixed my chair, molded my baseboard, built holes in my wall. Plastic wood is so easy, even you guys can use it.
And by Datsun. Own the new Datsun Turbo 280ZX and you own the road. Goes from 0 to 50 in 5.1 seconds. Now that's awesome and then some. The executive producer of Diamond P Sports is Harvey Pallage. Produced and directed by John D. Mullen. Coverage of the 1981 National Hot Rod Association Southern Nationals is a presentation of Diamond P Sports.